Alrighty, as I shared with you, this video link is not working for some reason. I don't know why. It's saying it just doesn't exist, which is weird because it existed yesterday. But we will go ahead and work anyway. You guys are going to be working on understanding parts of the brain. Now that we've got our second steps curriculum down, we understand what goes on in our brain with our emotions. Now we're going to understand what happens in our brain with the physical pieces of our brain. What is going on up here and what does each part control? Okay, we have a lot of knowledge of other parts of our body, like you guys know that your heart pumps blood. You guys know that your lungs breathe air. You guys know that your muscles help you move, but we don't really think about the parts of our brain and what's happening with all those parts. We just think like, oh, it's thinking. But we're going to look at exactly how it gets those thoughts, okay? This is a really great video, so I'm going to see if I can try to find it somewhere else for later on in the week. But for now, we'll go ahead and watch a substitute video that just gives you some interesting facts about the brain, okay? After this, we're going to take a look at labeling the different parts of the brain and recording some information about what those parts do, okay? So here is some interesting facts about your brain.
The brain is the most fascinating part of the human body. Not much to look at, it resembles a spongy mass of tissue, feels like tofu, and weighs roughly 4 tubs of butter. Our brain is actually made up of mostly water and about 10% fats. While our brain only makes up approximately 2% of the entire body's weight, it uses a massive 20% of the body's energy. The brain's basic building blocks are known as neurons, and we have around 100 billion of these, each with between 1,000 to 10,000 connections to other neurons, creating neural pathways or roads within the brain. There are literally trillions of neural connections within the brain. Similar to a city's electrical power grid, information is passed along these roads through a series of chemical messages and electrical impulses. As all of this activity takes place, our brain generates between 10 to 25 watts of power, enough to power a light bulb. Over the course of one day, your brain generates more electrical impulses from firing neurons than all of the telephones in the world. So really, your brain isn't just a spongy mass of tissue. It's your most complex organ, a power station that connects your every thought, movement, and feeling. And it's firing right now.
It's weird to think that your brain feels like tofu. Isn't that strange? Any thoughts or connections about what you just saw? William?
How she said neurons,
What do you know about neurons?
they're like roads to your brain.
They are, yep. So they help grow your brain, and your thoughts are a connection of neurons. So when I ask you what's 2 plus 2, and you guys go 4, there is a chain of neurons in your brain that helped you figure it out, remember it, and then get it out of your mouth. So those neurons are all firing. That pathway was firing. Hi, Miss Nova. You are going to join us at 9 a.m. Okay, 9 a.m. I'll see you then. All right. So let's take a look at your parts of a brain. Let's go ahead and label these. And again, I'll try to find that video. I'm not sure why it's not working right now, but we will get it for you to see because it's a good one. I show it every year. All righty. In your seesaw on activities, you have an activity labeled brain. Obviously, you can't tap the link to watch it because it's not working for some reason. But we are going to go ahead and complete labeling the parts of the brain. So click on that add response, please. And you will see there are 2 slides for you to complete today, 2 slides. The first slide is labeling the 3 main parts of the brain. You have 3 labels over here. So go ahead and move them so that you can see them more easily. You have the brainstem, the cerebellum, and the cerebrum. These have different functions or parts of the brain. Okay, we're going to label them in the correct space. So first of all, we have the brainstem. Most of you probably know this. Your brainstem is protected within your neck by your spinal column and your neck muscles. The brainstem is what sends messages to the rest of your body. Okay, so the brainstem is what sends the message down to your heart to pump, and down to your lungs to breathe, and down to your legs to walk. Okay, so the brainstem sends messages from the brain down into the rest of the body. Then we have the cerebellum. Okay, the cerebellum is this roundish area of the brain right here. That is our cerebellum. And we'll talk about what that does here in a moment. Okay. We also have the cerebrum, and the cerebrum is the big part of the brain that you guys are most familiar with, the gray and pink wrinkly stuff. That's called our cerebrum, and it has a specific purpose and function as well. Okay, so label those three parts, and then on the next slide, we're going to match what their purposes are and what their functions are. Okay, let's go ahead and take a look at slide 2. This says match the function with the brain part. Let's put, we're gonna have to unlock these here. Let's put our functions, oh, you know what? I didn't mean to unlock that. Our, over here, the yellow parts, we're gonna match these with the part of the, or the function of the brain, okay? So balance and coordination. Our balance and our coordination comes from the cerebellum. So go ahead and put cerebellum with your balance and coordination. So the fact that when you stand up, you don't fall over, that is because of your cerebellum. Okay, the fact that you can move and stretch and catch something, that is thanks to your cerebellum. Our brainstem gives messages about your heart beating, your breathing, and your digesting of food. That is our brainstem. So go ahead and label that with brainstem. And then finally, you know, the only one left is our cerebrum, and that's where we get our senses, our imagination, our thinking, and our emotions. So when we are dreaming, that is in our cerebrum. When something happens that gives us an emotion like sadness or joy, that is in our cerebrum. And when we're thinking about like, what's the correct answer? Or, I wonder what I'm going to have for dinner. That is also taking place in our cerebrum. Okay. All right, I want you to leave this open because it's going to help you with part of this game that we're getting ready to play. Okay. Because I want us to be familiar with the parts of our brain and the functions of our brain, we're going to label with our hands. When I give a statement, you're going to decide what part of your brain that is. Okay, so for brainstem, go ahead and go like this. It's going to be kind of hard for me to see. Brainstem, let's trace our neck. Show me brainstem. If I say something about your body and it's in your brainstem, you're going to do this. Okay. For cerebellum, remember that's the thing that looks like a fist in the back of your head. So I want you to touch the back of your head. If it's the cerebellum, touch the back of your head. Okay. For cerebrum, grab your whole head because that's where the majority portion of our brain is. Okay, so I'm going to say something and you're going to decide, is that brainstem, is that cerebrum, or is that cerebellum? Okay, we ready? Brain scientists, y'all ready? Okay, here we go. Heartbeat. Heartbeat. What part of your brain is in charge of your heartbeat? Good, your brainstem. That's going down to your body. Okay. Running. Running. What part of your brain is in charge of running? So that is your cerebellum. That is balance and coordination. Coordination is moving your right part of your body, your left part of your body together. It's balancing so you don't fall over. So your cerebellum is why you can run. Okay? All right. Eating food. Eating food. What part of your brain helps your body do that? That's right, your brainstem. If you didn't have your brainstem functioning, you could put food in your mouth and it would just sit there in your body. It's crazy to think, but your brainstem actually tells your stomach, squeeze that up. Okay, it actually tells your intestines, push that through. Okay, so your brainstem helps you with that. It's crazy to think that you need your brain to eat, isn't it? We normally just think we need our mouth, but we need more. All right, next one, dreams. If you're having a dream, what part of your brain is that? Having a dream. Cerebrum. Grab your cerebrum. Josh, Terrence, Aiden Hampton, Levin, Elijah, let's grab our cerebrum. Awesome. So our cerebrum is in charge of that imagination and thinking, and dreams are our imagination and our thoughts. Yes, Leah, a question.
I forgot which one's the cerebrum.
So cerebrum is what you normally think of when you see a brain, all the mushy, wriggly, wrinkly stuff, the pink and the gray. That's the big part. Yep. So your cerebrum is this big section right here, and that's your whole head.
Okay.
Okay. Cerebrum. All right. What about if you are standing on a balance beam? When you're standing on a balance beam, what part of your brain is being used? Cerebrum. It's that size of a fist portion back here in your brain, cerebrum. Okay, or sorry, cerebellum. I said the wrong word. Cerebellum. That helps you keep your balance so you don't fall off. Don't laugh at me, Josh. All right. Solving a math problem. When you're solving a math problem, what part of your brain are you using? Your cerebrum, the big mushy stuff. That's where your thoughts are happening. Okay. Planning what you're going to have for dinner. Planning what you're going to have for dinner. What part of your brain is that? Cerebrum again. That's your thinking and imagination, imagining what you're going to have for dinner. Yep. All right. What about filling your lungs with air? Filling your lungs with air. Yep. It's your brainstem. It's controlling what's going on in your body that you don't think about. Okay, think about that. Your brain, so use your cerebrum to think about your brainstem. Your brain automatically tells your body to beat your heart, to breathe in your lungs, to move your head. Okay, so when you're sitting here inside of your brain, you're not going, okay, heartbeat, breathe, heartbeat, breathe, heartbeat, breathe, heartbeat, breathe. Your brain is automatically doing that for you. Your brainstem takes care of that. Okay, imagine how tired your brains would be if you were like, breathe, heartbeat. Okay, 2 + 2, breathe, heartbeat. Wait, where's the evidence? Breathe, heartbeat. Hold on, I got to get seesaw, breathe, heartbeat. You'd be crazy, right? So that brainstem takes care of all the stuff that our body automatically has to do, including digesting our food. So after you eat, you guys are like, that was yummy. And then you're done. You don't have to sit on the couch and go, okay, stomach, I need you to mush up my food. I need you to push my food down into my intestines. Okay. All right. We're good now. Right? Your body automatically does that. That's your brain stem. Okay. Your brain stem is taking care of those automatic functions. All right. Two more. Your younger brother hit you and now you are mad. You are mad. Where is that happening? Cerebrum, right? That's our emotions. Okay. Our feelings. We're mad. Okay. Wonderful. Kicking a soccer ball. You're going to go kick a soccer ball. What part of your brain is being used? Nice, Aiden Hampton. It is your cerebellum. Okay, your cerebellum deals with your balance and coordination. So when you lift up one leg to kick, you got your balance going on so you don't fall, and you're coordinated so that you don't miss the ball when it gets to you. So that is your cerebellum. Okay, very good. So ladies and gentlemen, parts of our brain is what we are going to be focusing on over the next few weeks. Okay, we're going to look at what's happening in our brain, because when we understand the science that's going on in our brain, we're able to have more control over it. Okay, when we know, wow, I'm really angry, that's in my cerebrum, it gives us control over helping to calm that down. Okay, when we know, man, I don't have balance, I must need to work on my cerebellum. Okay, we have more control over getting it done correctly. So parts of the brain. All right.